What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 5 NHL 23 Saskatoon Caribou Expansion Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for support on these videos. If you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up as well. If you haven't yet, hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. Now, before we get to the draft here, guys, I first want to show you our contract situation. I think I mentioned in the last video, but Spencer Knight's probably going to be a sign and trade. We got Kolosov there backing him up, 84 overall medium starter. Vinny in the AHL, who's actually the backup. I think the game switched it. 83 overall high elite. Between the two of those, we should get decent goaltending. So I'm thinking for Knight here, let's do a bridge deal like 7.5. That should increase his value a little bit, opposed to if he was just still like an RFA with no contract. Also, too, guys, as you can see there, the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup. And if you missed the last episode, we actually missed the playoffs. How our team missed the playoffs, I have no idea. Like, I thought we were pretty stacked, and we just fell a little bit short. Like, I think we were the best team in our division that did not make it. We're in the 2026 draft now, and I'm not sure what our scouts were doing this year. Top 4 guys are unknown. Number 5 there, at least, is a gem from Germany. Other gems here, low top 6, 89. Our scouts were doing something here, though. Stevenson on the Spits, low franchise potentially. This guy, too, St. John Sea Dogs, also could be low franchise. Usually that just means they're going to be low elite, but you never know. A low franchise player would actually be really cool because it's like probably the most rare player you can get in the game. Alright, guys, now this is kind of funny. I'm going to try and trade Spencer Knight back to the Florida Panthers here for their 9th overall pick. We're taking Ingram back just for the roster spot because otherwise Florida would have too many goalies. Now, I didn't realize I offered Knight that extension literally like the day before the draft, so he still hasn't accepted it. So basically, I just did them a favor, getting him under contract most likely. We'll see what Florida says here to this. Trades accepted. Okay, wow. So I'm not going to get the first overall pick, but Buffalo does have 5 on the block. I'm going to see if we can move up from 9. And look at this. The first overall guy was 84 overall medium elite. That's pretty crazy. Also, guys, seeing all those X factors there reminds me. Someone was saying last episode I couldn't see the X factors on this franchise player Emlyn because I hadn't scouted him yet, and I didn't realize they were right. So right there you can see, wow, shot blocking zone ability for a franchise forward. That's interesting for sure. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish these auto-generated X factors were a bit more realistic. Alright, guys, so next we're trying to make a big trade to Buffalo Sabres, offering up the 9th overall pick we got from Florida for Spencer Knight, with signing rights to Tarasenko. I've also got him 50% retained there because the game still counts expiring deals as actual cap hits of the draft. Super annoying. For 5th overall there, Costin, he's just coming back with salary. He's also expiring. Pretty much exactly equal value. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected. Honestly, I thought that was a pretty good offer. We could throw in Wang here, 19 years old, 49 overall still, so he's going to have a tough time actually growing. And there we go. So, big trade there to get 5th overall. I'll just sim to our pick. Let's see. I mean, some really good players just got taken. Of course, the 1st overall, Costi there, Costi, 84, medium elite. He looks solid. Really good shot him. You can see all 93s. I'm sure he's got X factors as well. The 79 overall medium elite defenseman, 82 medium elite forward there to the Blackhawks. Also, really good shot, but our scout set number 5 from Germany, Theodor Kurtz, was the gem. NHL ETA, he's NHL ready. Make it snappy. I mean, he's a sniper. He could be the replacement for Tarasenko immediately. 81 medium elite out of the draft. Look at the shot on him. Pretty decent hands as well. I think this guy's going to be sick. And you guys can see for X factors, you got the make it snappy zone ability plus close quarters, wheels, magnetic. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And look at this, guys. I totally forgot Gavin McKenna was in this draft. He actually went 6th overall there. Only 76 medium elite. Obviously, we can fix this now that you can actually edit him without your game crashing. So I'll definitely make sure he's like a low 80 franchise potential. Once I finish making my roster, you can see there, he still has very low shot accuracy, even though it's powerful. And we saw my Montreal franchise mode, how that doesn't make him sim quite as well as I think he should. Alright, guys, now next year I'm trying to make a crazy trade to Minnesota Wild to get Matthew Boldy and Kaprizov. Kaprizov, there's 94 overall franchise potential, but he's on expiring deals. Looks like he's going to free agency. Last year, he tore it up, 102 points there in 82 games. I mean, look at how good he is. So, because Kaprizov's value is so low, we can trade Dylan Larkin, and it's like double his value. So, Larkin's about equal to Kaprizov and Boldy. I doubt this goes through. I'm just going to try it. It would be the best trade I think I've ever made in this game. Trades rejected. I kind of figured that, but, I mean, honestly, to get both of those guys, like, it's worth it, whatever you have to give up, really. So, I'd give up, like, a 1st round pick next year to bring back Kaprizov and Boldy. Oh, my God. Larkin and a 1st for Kaprizov and Boldy. Okay, I didn't expect that to go through. Again, maybe Minnesota knew they couldn't re-sign Kaprizov. We got $14 million in cap space. Obviously, we're going to use the money we're paying Larkin to get him signed. That's nuts. And we definitely got to make sure we make the playoffs next year since we don't even have a 1st round pick. And next year, guys, we're trying to trade Anthony Beauvillier to the Pittsburgh Penguins for a 2nd round pick as well as a 4th next year. Beauvillier's not a bad player, but honestly, I just want to make sure we have the money to re-sign Kaprizov so we can get back a couple picks, shed cap space. It's worth it for us. Equal value, picks on the block, they want them. Yeah, trades accepted. And so I just simmed to the 2nd round here. We have number 45. I'm thinking we'll take Colby McKay, guaranteed medium top 4. 60 overall as well, which isn't bad. We have actually got our pick a couple later too. Dallas there just got a medium top 6 forward. The guy I'm looking at is actually capping in here, finish. Could have a couple X factors. Similar style Mike Modano. 3-year NHL ETA. He better be good. Mike Modano, 64, medium top 9. But he does have, what? But he's got the shutdown zone ability and a couple other X factors. Okay, so he's going to be like the ultimate 3rd or 4th liner. I mean, honestly, for the second round, I'll take that. Medium top 9 though with the zone ability, I've never seen that before. Our next pick here, guys, is now in the 4th round. Boston just got a medium top 6 center. We got Duchesne here, probably low top 4 defenseman. Or we could go for Backstrom, it could be medium elite forward, NHL ETA for sure 4 years. This guy could be medium top 4 defenseman, but for sure 5 years. Let's go Backstrom. And 60 overall, medium top 9, not terrible. Our next pick here is now in the 5th, guaranteed low top 6. I mean, that's probably not even gonna get signed by us. I'm thinking one of the low franchises. So the next one to go would be Stevenson from the Spitfires, come on. And 65 low elite. For the 5th round, that's a really good pick. 80 D-Ranis as well already out of the draft. I'll take that. And we actually have another 5th round pick here, guys. So I'm thinking probably the other low franchise guy. Here, Ovechkin, guaranteed medium top 9. I mean, it's whatever. Again, I'm trying to get, you know, a great player, not just an okay player. Lavelle, 52 low elite, solid. Now in the 6th round here, we still have some pins left. This guy probably will be our last pick, Maxim Leonov, who could be a low top 6. This goalie here, NHL ETA 4 years, is actually pretty decent for a goaltender. And 58 medium fringe starter, alright. And I believe it's our last pick here in the 7th round, so I'll take Leonov. Please be low top 6. He is low top 6. Pretty low rated there at 51, but that's solid. So overall, very, very happy with how that draft turned out for us. I feel like we got some really nice players. Alright guys, we're now at the re-sign phase here with 22 million in cap space, and look at this. Kaprizov wants to re-sign with us. He respects the fact, you know, we traded for him. I still can't believe we got him and Boldy for Larkin in a 1st round pick. So I guess the move is to trade for guys on expiring deals if the team hasn't re-signed them yet. They're worried they'll just lose them to free agency anyways. Like, this is insane. Kaprizov wants 12 million. Now we only do need him for 5 more years, and it gets slightly cheaper. That's at least 34. Let's try like 11.5. I think for 94, that's actually a really good deal. After that, no, I think we're just needing a defenseman. Yeah, Gonchar, who's actually dropped to an 86, so he should want less than 7. I mean, he wants just under 7. That's honestly a lot of money. I'm just going to qualify him for right now. Brendan Brisson, I actually totally forgot we traded for at last year's deadline. He dropped in rating from 87 to 84. I mean, he did sit out all last year, but the year before that, he had 64 points, 82 games. If we can get him cheap here, because he missed last year, and he wants 7, what am I supposed to do with this? He's 84 overall. What the heck? Definitely just going to qualify him. Hopefully, someone gives him the deal he wants. We get some 1st round picks, or we just trade him away. Now, Colangelo here, I think, is actually a decent 4th liner. 1.8 million, we'll qualify. Really no reason to sign him immediately. The rookie, I think, is going to be 3rd line right wing out of the gate. We'll get him a contract. Klim Kostin here could actually be on our 4th line. Yeah, roll 4th line. Not the greatest defensive awareness, but he's got good hands. Really good physical there. I feel like, yeah, if he's the right price, 1.3, 1.2 million, he'll be like 4th line right wing for us. Could be solid. Now, Sal here, 80 overall, done growing. I mean, for that price, though, could just be a stud in the AHL. And then Brent Burns, I feel like we got to bring back. He's on the thumbnail. 1.7. Okay, so the issue with Brent Burns is we actually don't need him at all. If you guys look here, like he's our 7th or 8th best defenseman. Broberg's got to be in the NHL now. He's got 1 year left. He's been kind of seasoning in the AHL. Unfortunately, not really growing. Man, I mean, I feel like we got to keep Burns. You know, we got to have the loyalty there. Let's do a 1 year. If he says yes to 1.5, I'll keep him. And you know what I'm thinking too, guys? I could just bury Brent Burns. It only cost me like 300K, I think. And he'd be like the captain of the AHL team, maybe lead them to a Calder Cup. And if they're not in the playoffs, we could just call him up during the playoffs, wouldn't cost us the cap hit, and hopefully, you know, get his name on that Stanley Cup. Even though he wouldn't be playing a game for us, but he'd be on the NHL team. So in this game, you know, it might still work. Chisholm, 26.78. I'll give him 1 more year. Luke Shen, I think, is another veteran there for the AHL team. I'll keep him. We got his brother. Basically, I'm just being loyal here to some guys I normally wouldn't sign. Muse looks really good. 20-75 defenseman there. 93 passing. Like, that's nuts. And in terms of the goaltending, guys, as I mentioned, I think we got a really solid young tandem here between Kolosov and Vinny. 84, 83 respectively. Both actually locked up for a couple more years. Behind them, Komiso there, AHL starters, really good. 24, 82. Ingram, we definitely don't need. We do need an AHL backup. It won't be Buke there. Medium backup potential. So I'll probably just have to sign somebody. Now looking at Svechkov here, guys, he's under contract. But honestly, I think he could be like our 4th line center this year. Defensive awareness is pretty low, but the rest of his defensive stats are amazing. Solid physical. He's got the good defensive X factors there as well. Kind of surprisingly, like these guys here, 22.78, they're asking for no money. Even if they get to like a low 80, these contracts are great. As I say that, Bolshnikov, of course, wants $1 million, but like Lamb up there, he also just wanted like league minimum, which is really nice for us. All right, so we got Blake here joining the AHL team. Burns rejected, wants to test free agency. He wants to leave the team. I mean, again, he's kind of an odd man out. He was just giving me the AHL anyway. I think we might have to let him go. I mean, we had him on the team for the first 4 years. I feel like it's okay at this point. Koshland accepts, so that's good for the fourth line. Kaprizov rejects. I mean, I can just give him the more years he wants. We're definitely not going to lose him. Salo accepts. Chimlar there for the AHL. Lamb will also be in the AHL, even though it showed NHL. Shen accepted, which is nice. Chisholm there. Muse, Kurtz, that's the rookie. So Kaprizov wants 8 years. I'll give him the 8 he wants. I'll offer 11.75, so extra years, plus a bit extra money there for him. And now for Burns, I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to offer him the 170 he wants. Again, kind of dumb because we're just going to bury him, but, you know, to keep him on the team. And he does accept. Okay, so Burns is not leaving. And Kaprizov also accepts. Let's go. Now, since we have the money, guys, we're going to offer Gonchar 6.75 here for 5 more years. I think that's pretty solid if he grows. We'll still have like 3 or 4 million there to work with free agency. And look at that. He actually did accept the contract. I didn't think he would because he didn't want an extension. So 4.3 million there to work with. I feel like this team's already good to go. So literally, you know, if we see somebody we like, we can get them. If not, the team's already set for next year. Plus, Brendan Brasson's literally just an extra player. Again, I'm going to wait and hopefully someone gets an offer sheet. If not, we'll just trade him for like picks or prospects. And this is kind of hilarious, guys. I just looked at the contract situation for our forwards, and you can literally like see the lines. You get the first line there making 10 million plus. Second line's 5 million plus. And then after that, the rest of our forwards are all making $1 million or less. And now looking at free agency here, you got Bieksa, 2086 medium elite. Wants 13.5 million. 4th overall pick by the Wild. Jeez, the Wild are not doing a good job here with their cap situation. Panarin's available, 92, wants 10.8. We do not have the money for him, unfortunately. Plus, we really don't even have the roster spot. Tavares there, 8 million for 88. Isn't really that bad. Connor McMichael, RFA, still Olsen. Sam Bennett. Mallet here's another RFA. Evander Kane, 87 for 6 million, like pretty good. Hartman wants 8. Malkin there, 5.6 for 86. Because he's 39 years old, but he still had 73 points last year, which is really impressive. It's kind of funny that Bieksa, the dude, is asking for the most money to the bottom of the first page. Marchand there still. I mean, put up 82 points last year, so a point per game. 38 years old, 85 overall, but still crushing it. I know you're kidding me, guys. Look at this. Razika here, 84 overall, wants $1 million. I mean, I just found our 4th line center for next year. Are you kidding me? 79 faceoffs there. It's good enough. Decent defensive stats, great physical, good skater. Power forward, like, come on. Let's see. 2 years, he's still cheap. Do 2 years, $1 million for him. That's awesome. And taking a look at goalies here, guys. Jeremy Swayman's available, 90 overall. That's pretty nuts. Drieger there, 82 overall. Wants league minimum. So we didn't have an NHL backup. He'd be the guy to get. But all we actually reading right now is an AHL backup. So Bednar here, 2380. He could be a super backup for us because he's actually probably like the best two-way goalie available. Yeah, he is. So I'll give him a contract here. Let's do 3 years, 850K. If he says yes, AHL goalies are set. And now I'm checking two-way skaters, guys. This Toskala guy, 2055 low elite. Hopefully can sign him. He probably just slipped through the draft. Beckman, 2577. He's not bad. I don't know if the AHL team really needs him, though. Now I was going to make an offer on Fedotov here based on RFA, so they pretty much always, you know, match the two-way RFA offers. You actually have to give up some money and picks if you want a guy. And now next you guys want to hire a few new scouts, something I want to point out to you guys to look for is after you're a few years into franchise mode, there's usually better scouts available. Normally for me, I'll just get a scout that's like this white dude, C overall, region OHL. In the OHL, he's an A+, but I could also go for like this Kane scout in the AHL, overall B, so 1 overall higher, and he's also A+ in the OHL, so he should just be a bit more accurate being a higher overall. You can also find NHL scouts like that. Again, usually you have to be a few years in. Frolik here kind of sucks, honestly, for amateur scouting, but like this guy here was a B, A- in the USA East, so B overall with A- in your specific region might be better than like a C- scout who's an A+ in that region. Again, I'm not entirely sure, so I'm basically kind of doing this as a test. And now next year, guys, making a quick trade to the Islanders for a 4th round pick. Ryan Poehling there, 79 overall, done growing. Chisholm's got a year left, but I know it's just some young defensemen who kind of need his spot, so they say yes, we get a 4th round pick. Just clear a couple spots there for some younger players. So we'll start advancing now. We'll see, you know, who says yes to us. Interesting. Iginla, who I found out from you guys, is actually Jerome Iginla's son, which is very, very cool. Now, Pert here, 2383, medium top 4. Solid defensively, good hands. Pretty good defenseman. Iginla, though, are you kidding me? He put up almost 120 points last year in the WHL. So yeah, I guess I'm going to say no, but, you know, good to know he's got some value. St. Louis here offering us Jake Bean in a 3rd for Svechkov in a 2nd. Again, we'll have to, you know, do our due diligence. Take a look at Bean, 84 overall. I mean, he was on our team before. He's not bad, but I think I'm going to say no. Here we go, that low elite defenseman said yes. Same with Ruzicka, so we got our 4th line center. Bender as well, so we have a really good AHL tandem. Alright guys, I know next year we're trying to get another Blockbuster trade the Minnesota Wild to get Jonas Brodin, who's on the block. 32 years old, 89 overall, just the ultimate defensive defenseman. Shutdown zone ability there, quick pick, stick him up, yoink, 95 D awareness, 90 shot block, 91 stick check. Offering up Hanifin here and Broberg. Reason I can do a kind of 2-for-1 here is because we have Brent Burns, obviously way in the AHL. Also adding this Louis prospect who they like. Hopefully it's enough to get them to say yes. The value's on our side. Here we go. Trades rejected. Okay, so there was one other thing I was thinking about doing. A lot of people say if you give somebody like a long-term cheap contract, they don't grow. Svechkov here, $1 million for the next 6 years. I'm willing to test that out. I'm going to trade them Svechkov, and then we'll see, if he ends up growing with the Wild. Let's see what they say now. Obviously, he was going to be our 4th line center. We brought in Ruzicka. Trades accepted. Okay, so we'll see if, Svechkov works out for them, but I'm very happy with that trade. I mean, our defense now, absolutely stacked. I'm thinking Chikrin, Brodin, top pair, the 2 medium elite second, then we have Girard and Burns on the bottom probably. We're set. And now next year, guys, trying to get another big trade. This one's with the Anaheim Ducks, offering up Brendan Brisson. No one's given him an offer sheet yet, although we only are 5 days into the summer with Samuel Girard. Obviously, we'd like to keep Girard. We got from the expansion draft, but 1 year left. He's probably going to want to raise. Last year, only had 2 goals, minus 18. If we can package him and Brisson for Jamie Drysdale, 2048 medium elite, offensive defenseman, 99 passing. Also pretty solid defensive stats, good skater, really nice shot. I think, him giving out the puck to Bedard, Kaprizov, this team could be insane. Value's on our side. Let's see what the Ducks say to this. Trade is rejected. I feel like maybe if we add something small, they'll say yes. See if we can throw in a 2nd round pick here. Now, you know what, guys? I'm going to try the exact same offer with the Florida Panthers for Aaron Ekblad. Not quite as good offensively, but he has better defensively. So, kind of more of an all-around defenseman there. Let's see what they say. Trade is rejected. And it looks like Ekblad has less value than Drysdale, so maybe we can just, push this over slightly. Do we give him the 2nd round pick, go all in this year? We would still have 6 picks in the draft, which isn't too bad if our scouts do well. Let's see what they say. Wow. Okay, so we made some absolute blockbuster trades this summer, but I mean, the team should have made the playoffs last year. They did not. Changes were coming. Look at this, guys. We brought in Kaprizov, who's got max trade value, along with Boldy. Drafted Kurtz in the top 5 of the draft, 81 medium elite. Just traded for Ekblad as well as Brodin. This team should be insane. All right, guys, this is kind of funny. So the Islanders offer sheet one of our players, $1.2 million for 2 years. Hagos is a medium top 6 guy. He was in the AHL. We apparently don't have the salary to match it, and I don't think I can actually clear the cap because the way it works, basically, I would just simply send somebody down regularly, but I can't do that now. So even if I trade away a guy, the game will auto kind of, call somebody up during the summer that would take that spot. So basically, I'm screwed there, which sucks, but, it's fine. And now they're trying to get our AHL starter here for a couple thirds. You kidding me? I'm saying no on principle. As around the preseason, guys, and Colangelo still hasn't signed his qualifying offer. As you can see, he's up to an 84 overall. He was supposed to be our 4th line left winger. 1 year, $900K. 2 years, $1.2 million. We actually could almost afford that. We could basically afford that. If he says yes, say 115, that's an outstanding contract. And there we go, he does say yes, that's awesome. And now next year, guys, just wanted to show you the player the Islanders stole from us. Johan Hagos here, not bad honestly, 2178 medium top 6 grinder, pretty solid defensive and physical stats. But like I was saying, there's really no way around it, and I think we had a pretty good summer. We could afford to lose that one guy like the EA gods. But next year, guys, I'm going to show the lines for this season. Like I was saying, we are absolutely stacked. So check out the NHL team here. We've got Kaprizov, Bedard, and Nylander on that first line, all getting a +5. So Bedard should be playing like he's 100 overall. Kaprizov like a 99 overall. That should be a duo. With Nylander on the other wing, are you kidding me? You then have Kamel, Cirelli, and Boldy on the second line, also getting a +5. I feel like if there is one weak spot on this team, I guess it would be Cirelli not being a high-rated second-line center, but we could obviously address that at the deadline if we want to. Howard here on the third line with Shen and Kurtz also get a +5. Come on. Fourth line there is very solid. Kostin, Ruzicka, and Colangelo. Colangelo here I didn't even realize, too. Great shot on him there, 5 stars. He's also got 5-star physical with really good, shot block and stick check. So should be a great player for us. Now, having said that, if you guys remember, I offered him a 2-year contract, which he said yes to, but then I did the glitch where instead he actually accepted his qualifying offer. I don't know why that happened. So if he goes up in rating a bunch, we have to sign him a year earlier, which sucks. Defensively here, I mean, come on. +5 in the top 4 there. Chikrin, Ekblad, both 90s, playing like 95s. Cotton and Brodin, both 89s, playing like 94s. Gonchar, Tart on the bottom pair. Gonchar, there's a top 4 role, luckily. In terms of the goaltending, Vinny here is now 90 overall. 20 years old, making 950K for 2 more years. Kolosov there, I think, is a great backup, 84 overall. In terms of the power play, I mean, that first one, are you kidding me? Who's stopping that? Even power play 2 there, I think, looks really good. Some younger players, but they have really good shots on them. 4-man power play, kind of the same thing. Gonna be tough for any team to match up with us. The PK there, you can see +5 in the first unit. They're the 4 best defensive players on our team. Hopefully they can shut the other team's power play down. PK2 here also gets +5. I'm actually using Bedard on it, so we'll see how he does. He's going to be on the ice a lot. Now the third PK here unfortunately gets a -3, but honestly it's still not terrible. Plus, really shouldn't see much ice time. Sorelli there, +5 on the 3-man. Same with Shen. The third one there is a -1, which honestly isn't terrible. It's usually worse than that. So like I was saying, guys, overall, NHL team absolutely stacked. Look at the AHL team now. Lysell there, first line left wing, playing with this Gavin guy we traded for. If you guys remember, we got from Tampa. 91 passing, really good shot. 19 years old, already 78 high top 6. Like, he should be a beast. And I've actually got TJ Gillen on the right wing there. 90 passing, good shot. We're going to see if he can kind of go up in rating. Bunch of high 70s behind them. You got Ty Browning there, Liam Kirk, 4th line. Defensively here, Salah and Burns the top pair. So Burns is down to a 75. I shouldn't have given him the 1.7. I let my heart, take over from my mind there, but he's going to be captaining this team. One last run here probably before he retires. Anderson, Muse we drafted. First time in the AHL from junior. 94 passing for him. Should do well. Edwards there and Shen on the bottom pair. Goalies for the AHL. Komiso starting. 84 overall. Bednar backing up to 81. So, like I was saying, guys, I got pretty high hopes here for both teams. In terms of the AHL captaincy, if you guys are curious, I've got Brent Burns, like I was saying, I ran the C with Luke Shen, Ty Ronnie, both rating A's. And then the NHL here, guys, Braden Shen, of course, still rating the C, but Bedard's rating A, and I actually gave Sorelli back his A. So I feel like, those captains make sense. I do want to show you guys one thing before the ratings. We need to win this year because Boldy's got 1 year left. He's about to go from $5 million to 10. As well, too, I think Kamel, he's about to go from his entry level to $8 million, and those prices can even go up if they play well. Unfortunately, we can't even sign them for extension right now. We just don't have the money. So, as you guys can see, currently 4-2-1 the preseason. Kamel there, 9 points in 7 games. Let's see our ratings to start this year. 100 offense, 100 defense, and 93 goaltending. This is one of the best teams I've ever made. Let's see how they do. Alright guys, we're at the Christmas break here with a record of 21-13-1. So a pretty good start to the season, but honestly, considering just how stacked our team was, I thought they'd be doing better. They actually started out the year 2-5 through the month of October, which I just could not believe how that team had a losing record through 7 games. But Dard there's got 45-35 right now. AHL-wise, Gavin, point per game, he's our first line center. AHL team's also first in their division there, so hopefully both teams keep this up. And we're on the deadline here, guys. Record of 41-19-2, so we've really just kind of taken off here, I guess. Team had a slow start, getting used to the new players, Kaprizov, Boldy, Ekblad, Brodin, etc. But now everyone's getting along, they're gelling, and they're playing incredibly. 84 points, first in the division there. But we're second in the NHL there, behind the Maple Leafs, who have 91. AHL-wise, 39-19-4. Third in their division there with 82 points. AHL team actually slowed down a bit. Gavin's got 51-62 now. But Dard there, 80-62, so he's having a career year so far. Obviously, we are full-on buyers. Like I said, really the only place I can upgrade this team, I think, is second-line center. But, it's got to be the right move. Now look at this, guys. The Islanders have their top D pair both on the block. Adam Pelech and Ryan Pollock. That's pretty interesting. Both 89 overall there on pretty decent contracts. Pollock, $6 million. Pelech there, 5.75. I could see them trading both, honestly. Dylan Strome up to an 88. 5 years left, though, at $10 million. O'Reilly, there's an 88 as well. 1 year left, $6.3 million. I mean, if we added him with Sorelli and Shen, we'd have like 3 of the best, two-way centers probably in the league right now. Caleb Bieksa here on the Minnesota Wild, they never got signed. I don't know how they couldn't find the money for him. Like, they saved money in the trade we made with them. You got Sean Farrell there. 87 overall, making 2.75 for the Montreal Canadiens. Great contract. Connor McMichael here on the Washington Capitals also never came to an agreement. Askarov, 87, making $4 million. William Karlsson, Seth Jones. Okay, so I mean, O'Reilly, we could potentially trade for, as he's a slight upgrade on Sorelli, 88 overall. Currently got 53 points right now in 63 games. He's got better puck skills, pretty equal shot, much better defense, obviously one of the best two-way centers in the NHL. Thing is, 1 year left, he's 36. I'm curious to see how Sorelli has done this year. Second line center, 36 points, so, not amazing, but not terrible either. Also, too, let's see Vinny's stats here. Are you kidding me? He has a 100 overall defense in front of him. And he's a 90 overall goalie. And he's got below 900 save percentage with medium scoring. Come on. Like, oh, I forgot to show you guys this too. He's got 99 glove. Like, what the heck? How does this guy on this team have these stats? It makes no sense. And check this out, guys. While looking for a trade, I saw that Panarin actually signed the Leafs in the summer, so probably a big reason why they're first in the NHL right now. Wow, he's got 93 points on the year. That's insane. And Matthews has 99 points already with 52 goals. Are you kidding me? And the trade deadline is now complete, guys. I'm not going to lie. I just kept kind of looking through for that perfect trade for a second-line center, but I couldn't find one. The only one I was thinking about doing was Ryan O'Reilly, but it didn't really seem worth it when, like, we probably couldn't bring him back next year. Very similar kind of player to Cirelli. Slightly better, but, like, our team should be good enough if we can get some better goaltending here in the second half plus playoffs to win a Stanley Cup. So, first time in a while, maybe this series. Didn't make a trade at the deadline. Let's see here, though, what moves were made. Owen Tippett there to the Devils. Forsberg to the Canucks. Akil Thomas to the Kraken. Vanacek to the Coyotes. Beauvillier there to the Flames. Levi to the Avalanche. Kalen Lind, who we actually drafted on the Buffalo Sabres now. Jacob Bryson to the Kraken. Let's see. Brandon Carlo there to the Wild. Interesting. Brandon Montour to the Canucks. Anderson to the Kraken. Connor Murphy to the Flames. Drac Roslovich there to the Boston Bruins. So really, no star players being moved. I guess Farrell there maybe is actually a pretty good player. Montreal got back Picard in 2 seconds. Got Mayfield here on waivers. 34 years old, 80 overall. He's actually not bad. 85 defensive awareness there. Making 1.5. I'm wondering if he would be a better bottom pair guy than the one we have right now. If we can get him for free, I might as well. And actually, you know what, guys? I'm just going to keep running a target here on the bottom D pair. He's got the same defensive awareness. I think he's got like one better shot block, but then he does actually have better physical there. 4.5 stars. Plus, he's got a powerful shot. You compare that to Mayfield there. Again, slightly worse physical, not as good of a shot. So, worth, picking up, I guess, just in case, but we don't need him. Alright, guys, so it's now the end of the season here. We finished a record of 55, 23, and 4, which obviously is a very good regular season. 114 points on the year. Somehow, still did not win the President's Trophy. Maple Leafs there, 118. Like, are you kidding me? AHL-wise, 52 wins for them. Won the division, as well as the AHL. Okay, let's go. So the AHL team actually came back there. Jordan Gavin, 75 and 82. NHL-wise, Bedard, 106 points. Let's go. 50 goals. I believe that's his best season ever. So, and I gotta believe playing with Kaprizov is a big reason for that. Kaprizov there, you can see 95 points. So he actually did a little bit worse on our team. Playing with Bedard, who's a generational player. He had 7 less points there. So I'm not really sure how that happens. But what are you gonna do? Bedard, of course, popped off. Yeah, like he put the same amount of points as he had in junior. Now he did only play 69 junior games there, but still, Nylander there also in that first line. 79 points. Now, Braden Shen here, who was playing third line center, 61. Boldy also 61. Very interesting. I mean, 17 minutes a night. Last year, he had, 80 points at the Wild. Same the year before that. I'm not really sure why he dropped down, but it'll actually make him easier to sign, which is the one good thing. Ekblad there, 60 points for D-Man's awesome. Kamel, 59. Chikrin there, 57. Is also solid for D-Man. Howard, 46, almost 50. Kirk's there, 44. Probably not going to be good enough to win the Calder, but you never know. Colangelo, 39. Isn't that bad. Take a look here at the goalie stats. So Vinny actually ended up finishing with exactly a 900 save percentage, but still above 3 goals against. Like Kolosov's numbers there, much better. .921, 2.62. AHL-wise, Comiso, .909 with a 2.57. Bender, again, the backup has better numbers. Kind of weird how that works out. So behind Gavin, Lysell, 67. Maybe make the NHL team next year, depending kind of who we lose, whatever. Behind those two guys, a couple dudes at 50. Burns here had 42 points with 22 goals, not too bad. And I'll look at the entire NHL here, guys. Panarin, 115 points. So apparently him and Matthews are like the perfect duo. I don't think Panarin's ever had this many points. Yeah, no, he's not. Has Matthews ever had 112 in this game? He actually had 118 the year before and 118 3 years ago. Jeez. And of course, too, probably on that line was Mitch Marner had 103. So Bedard somehow broke into that amazing Maple Leafs first line to finish third in scoring. We'll take it. Line there actually rounding out the top 5. Him and Gaudreau still a great duo. Robertson, Scheifele, McDavid 99. Goals wise, Matthews 60. Bedard finished third. In terms of defense, Tyson Perry continues to kill it at 35 years old, 73 points. Still only 83 overall. He's got 97 passing there. 96 offensive awareness, great shot. That is nuts. I'm trying to see Ekblad actually. 6th in scoring, we'll take it. Now in terms of goaltending, guys, Anderson there, most wins. Again, thought about signing him that one time. I guess we should have because he's just been a great goalie for the Leafs every year. In terms of save percentage here, for a starter, Vasilevsky, .919. And then goals against for a starter, looks to be Mackenzie Blackwood, 2.63. Rookie skaters, Philip Ekberg. And on the San Jose Sharks, drafted 4th overall 2025, put up 73 points. That's kind of nuts. Our Kurtz guy, though, 5th in rookie scoring. Actually tied with Bourdon there, but that's not bad. And so now looking at the entire league here, guys. Obviously, Maple Leafs there win the President's Trophy. We got 2nd in the league, 1st in the West. Maybe we're destined to play them in the Stanley Cup Final. Winnipeg kind of got screwed, finishing 14th and missing. Islanders are going to get in with a wild card spot. Or at least it's looking like they were. I guess some teams still have a game to play. LA there, last in the NHL. You then, of course, have the Maple Leafs here, 1st in goals 4. We were 2nd, though, only 7 back. The Jets 4th there. And again, missing playoffs, that is tough. Worst goals for was the Rangers. Boston, one of the worst teams when they get in. And now the team with the best goals against here is actually Anaheim Ducks in a 3-way tie with the Flames and the Devils. So we'll see which of these goalies get to William Jennings. Really, all 3 starters should, but we'll see whether or not that's the case. We're not even shown here. I wanted to double check. Yeah, we weren't one of the worst teams for goals against, but with 100 defense, like, I don't know how our team is not one of the best goals against in the league, but whatever. We'll get started now, guys, with the playoffs. I'm happy to be back in. Obviously, almost won the Presidents this year, and look at this. Who else will be playing the first round of the Minnesota Wild after trading them Larkin for Kaprizov and Boldy? I already know. I already know what's probably going to happen. I'm not going to say it, but I already know. You can see Trevor Moore there actually now on the Ducks. So let's see the Minnesota Wild lines here. They got Larkin on the first line with Rossi and Fursov. Second line there is actually Phil Kessel, former player of ours. We got him in the expansion draft. Ponomarev, Rodriguez, Mikheyev, Erikssonek, Yurov, Drury, Wenberg, and Janssen. Defensively, they got Hannafin, who I just remembered we also traded them with Broberg for Jonas Brodin. So actually, 2 blockbuster trades of the Wild this summer. Of course, we'd match with them in the first round. They got Pesci there on that top pair. We actually made an offer on him. He chose the Wild instead. Kalen Addison, Jack Perk that they offered to us. Broberg, Carlo. And Carlo we actually took in the expansion draft as well, if you guys remember. Goaltending, they got Wallstedt starting, 89 overall. He actually has pretty solid numbers last year in the playoffs. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, come on. We got 3 of their best players, Kaprizov, Boldy, Brodin. We gave them back Larkin, Hannafin, Broberg. Like, we really should beat these guys. We'll see what happens, though. First 2 games in Minnesota, 2-0 win and a 4-2 loss. Or sorry, those were at home. Head to Minnesota now. Are you kidding me? 4-3 OT loss and a 4-1 loss. Oh, this game has a sick sense of humor, guys. Head home now to Game 5. We get a win. Okay. Playoff hopes are alive. Game 6 in Mini. 5-3 win. Okay. Maybe this team can actually claw back from a 3-1 deficit. Game 7 at home. Do or die. 0-0 after 1. They're up shooting us 14-5. 2-0. Let's go. Costin and Shen. Oh my god. I thought once it was 2-0, it was good to go. And Larkin, of course. Look at this. Hannafin scores the game tying goal, and then Larkin scores not only the game winner, but also the series winner against us after we traded him away. I mean, come on. And now going over to the AHL, guys. Our team actually swept the Cleveland Monsters there in the first round. Next up here, we have Belleville in the second round. I mean, the AHL team is pretty stacked. We really should go on a run. Okay, back-to-back sweeps. So far, so good. Next up, we got the Bridgeport Islanders here in the conference final. Let's see how they do. Okay, I was going to say undefeated, but we actually lose the 4th game there. So we took them out in 5. We now have the Iowa Wild here in the Calder Cup final. How fitting is this? NHL-wise, Dallas Columbus. Okay. I feel like since we have so many creative players on this AHL team, I'll just sim until it's like a chance to win the cup. Okay, we lose the first 2 games. Not good. Next 2 games in Iowa, we win both. Interesting. Series is tied 2-2. All right. Well, we can only win this thing in Game 7, and we actually have a chance. Okay. Here we go, guys. Can this team get it done? 2-2 after 1. Lysel Lorenz for us. Matt Duchesne's in the AHL. What the heck? They're up 4-2 now. Duchesne again. Spurgeon as well. Buried there. Resume simulation. They get another one. I mean, I can pretty safely. We did claw back a bit. Stenberg, Makita, but they got an empty netter there. Win the game. Clinching the Calder Cup there. 6-4 Game 7. So AHL team at least, made a bit of a run. Can't be too upset. But I am upset with the Minnesota Wild franchise. I feel like, they're definitely our rival at this point. And look at that, guys. The Columbus Blue Jackets won the Stanley Cup. And the large results are in. LA, they're picking 1st overall, so that's good. Last place team stays. Vegas jumps from 5-2. Now, in terms of our playoff scores, I feel like the ex-Minnesota players actually were the ones that did the best. Kaprizov there with 6. Boldy with 5. Top 3 in scoring for us. Chychrun somehow went off with 6 and 7. But Dard only 4 points. Where's Nylander? Where's Nylander? He had 3 assists. He's got to do better than that. Vinny, I mean, he actually had way better numbers in the playoffs and regular season, so really can't blame him. Playoff tree here for the Blue Jackets. Let's see, they beat the Boston Bruins in 6, Hurricanes in 6, Ottawa Senators in 5 before beating the Stars there in 6. Wild actually got swept by the Stars after beating us. Next, you guys taking a look at the awards. Look at the domination by the Leafs. 4 straight Presidents trophies and still no Stanley Cup to show for it. I feel bad for Leafs fans. Art Ross trophy there to Panarin. He also got the Hart trophy with his new team. Riley got the James Norris. Panarin, Lady Bang. It's all the Leafs there except for the Cup. Benakier on the Predators got the Calder. Gaudreau, Conn Smythe. So yeah, him and Laine led that team. Shesterkin there actually. Vezina trophy. Wolf, William Jennings. So for whatever reason they chose the Flames. Gooley, Bill Masterton. Boston coach Jack Adams. Beniers got the Selke, which is pretty cool. Panarin also got the Ted Lindsay. And then of course Matthews there. Maurice Richard trophy. 4th time in 5 years. Like, are you kidding me? So AHL-wise, I will wild there when the Calder Cup. Still waiting for our AHL team to win their first one. I think it'd be really cool to see, you know, those jerseys celebrating. And look at this, guys. I thought we won the regular season. It was actually the Abbotsford Canucks. What the heck? I gotta check this. Are you kidding me? So they must have had 1 game left, and they actually finished with 110 while we had 109. Wow. Still, though, winning our conference isn't too bad individual-wise. This Stange dude, most points, MVP. Got Dead, actually, most goals. Pessinen, best rookie. Falk, best D-man. Kind of funny to see, like, NHLers down the AHL. Kakin there, best goalie. Duchesne, MVP of the playoffs. Heinen in there, sportsmanship. Muzzin, community involvement. Kakin, lowest goals against. And so now take a look at retired players here, guys. I feel like Brent Burns has to call it quits at this point. Okay, I see his name down there. He did. Kopitar with Chicago. Pavelski on Carolina. Bergeron was with Toronto. What was his rating still? 81 overall. Yeah, it's probably like a great 3rd or 4th line center for them. Krejci there, stayed with Boston though. Pacioretty, Jamie Benn was on the Marlies. Brent Burns, of course. Drew Doughty, Jordan Stahl, Jordan Eberle, JVR, Kreider, Palat. I mean, geez, look at all these names. Pretty crazy. Take a look at goalies here. Brian Elliott on Detroit, actually. Talbot, Kemper also on Detroit, what the heck. Martin Jones, Frank Hughes. All right, so that is going to do it, guys, for this episode, except for one more thing. With this being episode 5, it's the halfway point of the series, so I want to take a quick look at the record book to see kind of just who on our team is currently, you know, setting records for this new franchise. So, right now, all-time points, Connor Bedard, 324. As you'd expect, Cirelli there, 5 seasons. Hanifin would also be 5 seasons because we got him from the expansion draft. And I think those are actually the only 2 guys left from the expansion draft, which is kind of insane. Nylander leads in assists with 177. That's pretty crazy because obviously we traded for him. Cirelli games played. Shen penalty minutes. Current win holder there, Spencer Knight, only 79 goals. Bedard, 167. Looking at the season here, Shipachyov having the games played record is kind of funny. Shutouts, Vinny actually just set with 6. Penalty minutes, Shen had 75 one year. Bedard, 51 goals, 106 points. I mean, it'll probably only be broken by him. Nylander, 62 assists. Spencer Knight, 29 wins. Vinny was 1 shy there, 28 this year. Rookie stats, let's see. Bedard had the most points, 61. And then finally, game records here. Really nothing too crazy, like Tarasenko, 5 points in a game. I'm waiting for like Bedard to have a 7-point game or something. But that's going to do it, guys, for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit the button down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.